9,610 of being a human, and I'm going to try to leave gender out of this since that's how we found ourselves here.
What's going on, everybody? Wired here. I hope you guys are all having an excellent day. And today we have a little bit of news. I guess that's kind of all I've been doing lately is covering this Budlight controversy. Today we have news. The person that is at the center of this controversy, Lord Voldemort, is actually speaking out. Now, I'm not going to go into this whole thing, but just to give a brief update on it, April 1st, Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, their parent company, decided to partner with Lord Voldemort to support dark wizardry and it being pushed on their children as young as the houses and all that stuff. And it has sparked a lot of backlash from conservative, moderates, I would say even sensible leftists, and they've seen their stock plummet 17%. They have been criticized. They've had people step down from positions, the VP of marketing, her boss as well. But the one person who has been noticeably absent from all this is the person at the center of the controversy, which is the aforementioned dark wizard in question. But today we finally got a little bit of a response here. I'm going to read a little bit of this article, and then I'm going to play the clip, react to it, and, see what you guys think. So Lord Voldemort breaks silence following Bud Light sponsorship controversy. Voldemort is speaking out amid backlash from partnership with Bud Light. The Dark Wizard and activists partner with the beer for a March Madness contest, which didn't know anything about. Voldemort joked about the sports and showed off a beer can with face on it. Criticism ensued from conservatives who were infuriated the company had sponsored a Dark Wizard. Well, not just conservatives, a lot of people were outraged by that, but in an Instagram video posted on April 27th, Voldemort explained why she was offline for a few weeks following the outcry and then decided to respond. I can tell you why they're offline. They don't need to be on TikTok anymore. They don't need to be on Instagram anymore. They are still raking in sponsorships left and right. If it's not Bud Light, it's Maybelline. If it's not Maybelline, it's Nike. So they don't really need the TikTok audience that they grew, which, hey, kudos to them. It's impressive to have grown 13 million followers in, I don't know, like a year's time. That's very impressive. Don't even really see how it's possible, but, I guess I'm just a little too old for TikTok. But anyway, I'm going to play this clip here and react to it a little bit, and let me know what you guys think.
It's day 9,610 of being a human, and I'm going to try to leave gender out of this since that's how we found ourselves here. I've been offline for a few weeks, and a lot has been said about me, some of which is so far from my truth that I was like hearing my name, and I didn't even know who they were talking about sometimes.
I don't really think you even know who you are. I think that might be the problem here. But I really like how whenever these points get brought up, this is a very vague statement. I don't even know what was said. Can you give an example of that? I highly doubt you're going to. Because I don't think I think people are outraged, and rightly so. But, and I'm sure there have been a lot of, really bad things said about Voldemort here. That in some of them, like I know there were threats sent to Bud Light or Budweiser, some plants, which is just totally not okay. Obviously, some people take this stuff too far. However, this is a major pushback, and you wanted to be at the center of this attention. You wanted all this attention, as you can see from what the Price is Right thing, or whenever this person does anything, it's all performative. You wanted the spotlight, now you have the spotlight, and we have spotlight. Controversy is going to come with it. All right, I'm sorry, I'm going to rant. Let's keep going.
It's a very disassociative feeling. And it was so loud that I didn't even feel part of the conversation. So I decided to take the back seat and just let...
Well, again, you're not part of the conversation if you duck out of being online for a month, are you? So, I don't know, whose fault is that?
...them tucker themselves out. But then I remembered that nearly 13 million people at some point enjoyed me enough to hit the follow button on these apps. And I was like, wait. I want to talk to those people. So hi, long time no talk. How are you? You might want to grab a beverage. This is going to be a longer one.
I'm not going to grab a Bud Light, I can tell you that right now.
But I'm doing okay, and I'm trying this new thing where I don't pressure myself to share anything before I'm ready. And I'm actually sitting with my emotions, not reacting, waiting to respond.
Translation of that is, I have so much money and so much clout that I no longer need to deal with you peons down here that pretty much elevated me and make me famous, which, again, is astounding to me. I mean, absolutely mind-boggling that this person can get so famous off just parroting women and pretty much knocking down what at least traditional feminism was, which was equal rights and equal opportunities for women. No, that's man space again. Yeah, go patriarchy, right? I mean, I like the patriarchy in a lot of ways. I think it works, but not particularly in this situation. No, this is kind of despicable.
And shockingly, I can't recommend it more. Like, therapy is paying off here, people. But I do have
I would say you need more of it.
some thoughts to share with you. So, I've been having crazy deja vu because I'm an adult, I'm 26, and throughout
If you're an adult, why are you doing a 365 series on of girlhood, of being a girl? Why are you in hotels pretending to be a 6-year-old girl? See, that's kind of the issue here with Voldemort. Nobody would care, I don't think, all that much. Maybe they would. I don't know. It's just, how do I want to say it? You know, it's the whole girlhood thing. I think that really gets me. And I don't like the whole parroting of women thing either. But the girlhood thing is especially disturbing. Especially since I have a daughter around the age of what Voldemort here is trying to parody of being. And I've never seen any girl or any woman ever act like Voldemort does. But
throughout childhood, I was called too feminine and over the top. And here I am now being called all those same things, but this time it's from other adults. And if they're going to accuse me of anything, it should be that I'm a theater person and that I'm camp. But this is just my personality, and it always has been.
No, I don't think so.
What I'm struggling with most is that I grew up in a conservative family, and I'm extremely privileged because they still love me very much. And I grew up in the church, and I still have my faith, which I am really trying to hold on to right now.
I don't even want to open up that. All right, that's a really interesting thing to hear Voldemort say. I don't even want to touch that, though, because I'm going to go into a very long rant about how what you're doing really, I would say, would not align with most faiths, but that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into it more than that.
But I've always tried to love everyone, you know, even the people that make it really, really hard. And I think it's okay to be frustrated with someone or confused. But what I'm struggling to understand is the need to dehumanize and to be cruel. I don't think that's right. You know, dehumanization has never fixed anything in history.
I think that's because you go out there and you're not really acting like an actual human would. I don't think anybody doesn't believe that you're an actual person. Because I may not like this person, but I totally believe they have all the human rights that anybody else should have. And I think most people would agree with that. But you don't act like a real person. You act like you're always in character. But again, let's try to blame shift, or let's try to say it's other people. It's not what you're putting out there. It's how other people perceive it. Of course.
Ever. And, you know, I'm embarrassed to even tell you this, but I was nervous that you were going to start believing those things that they were saying about me, since it is so loud. But I'm just going to go ahead and trust that the people who know me and my heart won't listen to that noise. What I'm interested in is getting back to making people laugh and to never stop learning. And going forward, I want to share parts of myself on here that have nothing to do with my identity.
That's definitely a huge switch, isn't it? Now that you've made hundreds of millions of dollars and, you know, set womanhood back, set girlhood back, whatever you want to call it. Now that you're an advocate for pushing women out of female spaces, you're an advocate for this, you know, invasion of sports, invasion of locker rooms, invasion of bathrooms, invasion of privacy. Now you want to move on to something different. Now that you've made your bag, huh? I really, there's a little more to this. I kind of don't want to listen to it anymore. I find this person very triggering. I find them very disingenuous. And I feel like everything they possibly put out there is a well-coordinated act. No offense to Voldemort on this. I think they are very performative, and I think they're pretty good at it. I guess they have to be. That's all I got for you today. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for listening this long. I will catch you on the next one. I gotta go take a shower because I feel dirty after watching that. Later.